for all essence of your body and soul art kind of nourishes. And it's always sometimes the first to get cut with budgets, or it kind of looks expendable. But in this moment of disaster and kind of chaos, we're all turning to Netflix and we're all watching artists perform, and we're all online watching artists at home, and I think it brings out the best in people.
Everything that people are turning to on these quarantines, it's all an art form. So yeah, it's so vital. And it's not just during quarantine, it's so vital in life. I think it's heightened right now because what else are you doing? You're turning to the arts.
Community Theater League is a nonprofit community theater founded in 1976. First year we produced one show. We are now celebrating our 43rd, 44th season coming up, where we will produce 12 full productions as well as half a dozen student productions and other concerts throughout the year. We're an organization that also includes an educational branch and wing, as well as employs 6 to 8 staff members and independent contractors. Completely driven by the community, that actors want to be on stage and people want to volunteer and direct and be on production staff. So we just kind of keep it going for them.
I'm Studio 570's founder and producing artistic director. We're a local found space boutique theater company. I like to say that we're a tiny team that puts out big projects. We started 4 years ago. It was me and a friend. I kind of said to her, hey, I think I want to start a new theater company in Williamsport. We specialize in immersive stuff. We specialize in event, experiential theater. We never do theater in a traditional way.
We closed down on March 13th. We were a week away from our Penguin Project production, which is a production every year that features students with mental or physical disabilities. A lot of programs that were impacted and a lot of shows that were either suspended or postponed or canceled. So CTL at Home was a hashtag that we started the week after we kind of closed our doors, just to remind our audiences and our social media followers that our actors and our volunteers are still making art, they're still creating stuff, they're still being active at home. So we encouraged all of our volunteers, and still do, to share their videos with us using that hashtag. And then we kind of promote them and show them off on our Facebook and our Instagram pages. That became kind of so popular, and I was getting so many videos that we decided to start a concert Friday nights, only lasting about an hour. We start at 7:30, just like a normal Friday night show for CTL. Usually broadcast through Zoom live on Facebook. It's been awesome for me, because I try to be as creative as possible, and so losing all creative outlets has been awful. So planning those little hour-long concerts, it's been a really kind of just nugget of sunshine. Last Friday's concert featured High School Musical students from around the area who had their musicals canceled or postponed due to COVID-19. Our plan is to run those showcases every Friday night. I think people can look forward to seeing performers who haven't been in Williamsport maybe in a couple years. And we're always kind of talking to our stars from our Evening with the Stars concerts, so you never know when one of them might pop back up. So I think there's a lot of hopeful joy that people have waiting for those Friday concerts, and a little bit of an hour of an escape as they watch me bumble through technology and my wife roll her eyes and people singing their hearts out, which is always fun. What more could you ask for?
At the beginning of the quarantine, we were about to announce our season. Part of that season was we were going to do a cabaret and play reading series. So for me, I was like, ooh, we can't be a couple months without theater, you know? So I called a few friends and I was like, would anyone be interested in doing this virtual theater? And so I took these multiple things and put them together and chose material that have been in Studio 570's canon. We've done a Shakespeare every year. So we started with The Tempest. That was our first one. We learned a lot from The Tempest. One being Shakespeare's very hard to do without the human connection. So when choosing Ernest, I was like, okay, let's do something that, like, it has that satirical vibe. It's commenting on society. So it kind of worked better for the Zoom platform. And it was really fun. And we rehearsed once. We did a read through. Liz, the director, took notes, kind of like a show process. And then we kind of talked how are we going to do things, like some things I handed off screen to grab a prop. We all had costume pieces of some work. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do it. My favorite benefit is that like some of my dear friends from all over get to tune in, or they get to be a part of it. A lot of like people really have enjoyed it. They're like, the response is pretty much the same across the board. I'm really sad that we can't be in person doing this, but I'm glad that you're offering something. This is definitely exercising our creative muscles, but also, any donation is so helpful. So we've been appreciating those.
The CTL as an organization is taking away a lot of virtual stuff that we wanted to launch and we wanted to kind of roll out. And this was a great time for us to kind of make those programs happen. Now it's just been a great time to kind of assess everything, figure out everything that we've been doing right, and then figure out what we can do to kind of expand on that. We're still here and we're still doing as much as we can. We are absolutely blown away by some of the donations that have come in. Those Friday night concerts, we put the donation link there. And quite honestly, I didn't really even start thinking about those donations. That was kind of the second thought. So we're actually selling now gift cards available for people to purchase. It's a really difficult time, and I think there's always time to think about revenue streams, but for the arts organizations right now, we're just kind of hunkered down and trying to survive as much as we can.
All those things you say, oh, I'll get to later, you're so busy in production, this quarantine time has given me time to sit back and do a lot of professional development, reconnect with professionals that because I was so busy in my own little world, I've let go. So I'm really excited. I'm definitely a better artistic director, definitely a better producer, and I think Studio 570 is going to be a better company post-quarantine.
I think the most important thing is just when you feel ready to come back, know that CTL, as with all the arts organizations in the area, are taking every precaution they can, that we're going to make sure whatever we're offering isn't just for our sake, that we're going to make sure that you're as safe as you can be when you come back to the arts organization, that we're taking every precaution we can, and we hope that you enjoy it.
After this, support local theater, not just one local theater, support all of us. I think it's so vital. I think each of us have a different job and a different reason we are doing theater. And I think it's so vital just to support and see everything. I think that's really important because we do this for the audience.